Hello everybody, I'm Anthony Milwaukee City Yellow Submarine. Today I will be doing another album ranking video today. And this video will be on one of my favorite albums in the early 2000s that came around my time that I remember this album came out. And yeah, and it's a pretty underrated album from a really good metal band. And it is System of a Down's Steelless album. And yes, that's exactly what it's called. So there's not really much to look around in this CD because there's not really much to show a lot of details of this CD because I mean I do know the story about this album when it was released because keep in mind this was after the success of another System of a Down album. Wait one second, I should have been prepared for this. This was from another success of System of a Down's Toxicity album, an album that came out in September 7th, 2001. And this album came out November 26, 2002, a year after this album. And the reason why I bring this up to Toxicity album is because this has to be involved in this. Because if guys and girls don't know a little quick fact about this album, this System of a Down Steelless album is a third studio album, and it is released in November 26, 2002. And the album produced by Rick Rubin and Darren Malakian. This album peaked at number 15 on the Billboard 200. That's not that bad. I mean, it's good, but it didn't do as better as the Toxicity album because this album made it to number 1 on the Billboard 200 when they first came out. And just a little background about this album, the reason why it looks like that, because keep in mind, this CD, it does not have a case. It just has like a CD and it has, a name, which is actually a really cool which is actually a pretty cool CD it looks. And by the way, they also have the vinyl version, which I actually didn't know there was a vinyl version of System of a Down. I would love to get that album. I would love to get that vinyl version. And yeah, keep in mind this was the early 2000s where System of a Down was doing such a really good job on that at that era. And Toxicity. So in the early 2002, there's a story about this album, the way it looks, and I read the story about this, and it was mind blowing of how, and it's a really cool background too. That's in early 2002, the medium quality MP3s of the album was released on the internet under the name Toxicity 2. The band issued a statement expressing disappointment that fans were hearing material that were unfinished, and they worked to release a completed, better quality version of the album, which became in the album Steelless album. And a little and by the way, I will mention about the song information, like about the information about the song after I rank the songs. When this album first came out, people loved this album, just like along with the Toxicity album. The critics praised this album. This album has been getting favorable reviews, and a lot of people are loving it. Which I myself I had to say is I really love this album. I mean, sure, it may take you like 6 or 5 listens to know exactly how it goes all the way through. There's one of the songs I will have to address of my least favorites that it took me a while to know how it goes. But yeah, I mean, yeah. Anyway, there's another fun fact. That if you were there at the time, where if you remember when this album came out, you must have remembered that there was 4 limited edition alternate CD designs, each designed and drawn by a member of the band. Which I'll put the image in the video. I keep forgetting their names. Sarge Tankin's CD has a blue with a poet in a white spiraling into its center, and Chavo Odigian's is red with psychedelic flames. John Dolamian's is black with a gray skull, incorporating the album's title into its teeth. And Darren Malakian's is white with the legs of a man in jeans and women in red stockings. The vinyl edition of the album was released as a double picture disc with each side featuring one of these designs. So I will, if I get the vinyl, I will definitely do that. I will do it, because later on, if I get the a time to get the vinyl, I will definitely show it to you. So, yeah. That's pretty much all you had to know about this album. And not only has this album made it to number 15 on the Billboard 200, and made it to Australian Top 50, number 11. It did far better than the US Billboard 200. And in the UK albums chart, it made it to pretty disappointing of 56. Pretty disappointing. And New Zealand top album chart made it to the number 26. And you may be very familiar with one of the songs on this album, which I will remember, or I will bring that up later after I rank this. So here is my System of a Down Still Dance album ranking to worst to best tracks. Like I always say, there's no bad songs on this album. So I will rank this least favorite to favorite, like I always do in my videos. But so my least favorite song on this album is and believe me or not, it's a snippet. So it's a snippet in this album, and it's the number 36. And yeah, the 36 with 36, 36. But yeah, 36. It's a snippet. And don't get me wrong, I love this song. It's really catchy, and it's just like a pretty couple seconds. So don't get me wrong, it's a great song. And 36, fun fact, that the song is the reason why it's named 36 is because in a System of a Down, you probably don't notice, 36 track on their entire discography, and that's insane. And I loved it. Where I love the song a lot more because of learning the info of the background of this song. This is the 36th song they've ever wrote that they actually released a track off their whole entire catalog. That's crazy. Also, it was also leaked on the version of Steel's album called Toxicity 2. This track was originally called Your Own Pace. You probably don't know that. And the song actually goes all the way back to 1996. The first being played live prior to appearing on a demo tape released before their self-titled album. The track also clocks in at 36 measure longs. I just caught that too. I didn't even notice that before too either. But yeah. It's a snippet song, so I gotta say it's a really good song. And it's a snippet. It's not really my number one favorite song in the album. Don't get me wrong. It's a good song. It's a good song. I love this song. But it's not really, I mean, it's a snippet, but don't get me wrong. I have no problems with snippets. I love snippets in songs. It's like a transition to the next song, and I loved it. And number 15 for me, Highway Song. So this song, don't get me angry. Don't fight me. Don't wrote a lot of negative response to the comments, but when I listened to this album all the way through for the first times, I did not really like this song. But now I really love this song more the more I listen to it. Because I remember listening to this album all the way through. I remember some of the tracks, how it goes, like always for first listens. But for 5 listens, for the most part, I remember how the whole album goes. But this song took me a long time to remember how it goes. To tell you to be honest, I don't hate the song, but I really like the song. I love the harmonies. I love the harmonies. I guess that's the thing with System of a Down. They're really good at. Not only they're good at making so many catchy tracks and really great distortion guitars they play with. And I guess the thing that they're really good at is their harmonies and their melodies that they make. And it really, because some of the System of a Down songs really reminds me of Queen when they're really good at making melodies. And yeah. So I am feeling a little better than before. Just to let you a little quick update. I'm feeling a little better than before because before I was coughing up crazy, and I was seasick, so I was pretty sick. But it was like it was a John Lennon happy birthday celebration by ranking my least favorite to favorite tracks on the Imagine album. If you have not seen that video yet, links in the description down below if you have not seen it yet. Yeah. So pretty much, because what the song, so basically there's not really much to say too much about this song. Don't get me wrong, the song is actually really good. This is one of the songs after the end, this is actually one of the songs after the end of the band's Hiatus in 2011, where the only songs to have played from the album are, this is the song, Highway Song. This is one of the songs that were picked as the tour. And if System of a Down will ever do a tour, if they ever come back with a tour, I am definitely in there. I'm definitely in there. Because I grew up with System of a Down. I grew up with their 2000 stuff. Like their earlier 2000 stuff, what I mean. In the mid-2000s, so I don't know. But, yeah, this song, it took me a while to remember how it goes. Because the one thing I remember this song is that it had a really good harmonies, too. Oh, like I love the harmonies to the song too. And this is a song that this is one of the songs that you can actually relate to, because maybe few times in the past few years have completely ruined the sense of attachments to anything that what you feel. I feel like I have no home, and in this bleakness, everywhere is equally home. There are the thoughts you may be having while touring on the bus. You often have nothing to do but watching the clouds on the run. After a while, they reflect the ephemeral nature of your life. Nothing permanent to stick to. Everything is just temporary. Once you enter this path in life, it seems impossible to get back into situationary life, a pure form of attachment, because something is going to be missing forever. But I do have to say this. I don't really know a lot about this song. I'm not very familiar. I mean, I am familiar with the song. There's not really much to say about this song. It took me a long time to remember how the song goes, but now I love the song a lot more than. Like, yeah, I love the guitar solo. I gotta say, the guitar solo on that song is really good. Props to Darren Malakian's guitar solo, and I guess that's another thing too. They're really good at in System of a Down. Their guitar, they wrote some really memorable guitar riffs and solos. Number 14 for me is, I'm not joking. It's actually called it's actually censored. I actually got the censor version, so that I actually got the uncensored version so that my whole family can enjoy System of a Down. Because my kids, not only my parents love System of a Down, my siblings really love System of a Down because they love their songs. They're catchy, and they even remember some of the songs they grew up with. Which, I mean, because me and my father and my older brother, we love System of a Down. We grew up with them, especially when I was young. I remember when this album came out, and Toxicity album. I remember when those albums came out at the time. I remember listening to the songs on the car, because my father had this album, and yes, this is the album my father actually has, and he actually let me have it because he knows I'm a System of a Down fan. Thank you, Dad, and I love you, Dad. And they played this album. They played this album a bunch of times when I was younger, and I have no problems with them. I love their songs. So yeah. So this song is called Blink the System, and no, that's not what the song's called. It's actually F the System, and it's like, I can't say it on YouTube because YouTube can come at me, can start blocking my video because I'm just using curse words. But yeah, this song is actually, for me, it's pretty catchy, and it's not my favorite song on the album. Don't get me wrong, I love the song, but it took me. Now I'm getting into the songs where those are the next songs, and this song includes too, where I remember more of the songs. This is the song I remember a lot more than the last ones. Don't get me wrong, I have no problems with the last songs, but it took me a while to remember how it goes, except for the number 36. I remember 36. It took me a quite while, but not as a lot as Highway Song. But this song, because System of a Down is basically like a political band, similar to Rage Against the Machine, where they're basically a political band. And because the band's personal work goes toward preventing, spreading awareness of war and genocide. Because you probably don't notice, but System of a Down in the background, their background is pretty messed up because they are Armenian American rock band. System of a Down, they're Armenians. The band members of System of a Down, they're all Armenians, and their songs have a message too. For the most part, all their songs have a message of their background, and because Armenians, they were getting killed at the time too, and it's sad and depressing at this time. And the United States and other governments have a big history of starting unnecessary conflicts. So in System of a Down's eyes, they are part of the system today, and many others try so hard to prevent. This song is all about taking the initiative and calling out the systems what we've learned to accept. And yeah, it's similar to the prison song where they're trying to build a prison around us. The prison song is a really good song for me. I love it. For me, there's no bad System of a Down songs. I would say they're actually a better band for me, in my opinion, than I know you're gonna be hating on me, but I think I actually consider System of a Down my favorite band. I would definitely, I can't say definitely, but I would choose them a better band overall over Linkin Park. Okay, hear me out on this one. Linkin Park made really good songs in their albums, only Hybrid Theory and Meteora albums. And by the way, if you probably didn't know yet, I actually got my Hybrid Theory shirt, and just to prove myself I'm a bigger fan of Linkin Park. But yeah, the reason why I choose System of a Down over Linkin Park is because System of a Down, they stick with their old sound, and I love it. Because Linkin Park, over the years, don't get me wrong, Hybrid Theory and Meteora, those albums are one of my favorite albums of their whole entire catalog. And after that is where they lost the awesomeness over the years, and they started to change to a different genre, which is okay. But do it your own projects. Don't release it on the same band name, because that will be a biggest disappointment of us growing up as the band. Because I know each band members wants to change the genre, but there's only one band that changed and did it in the perfect way: the Beatles. But yeah, Linkin Park, they make some, I have to say this one last time, they make great songs on first two albums. Love them, and I would say I like Linkin Park. I don't love them, but I like them because their songs are really catchy, and I love the vocals too. But System of a Down, I would choose sometimes I would choose System of a Down over Linkin Park for sometimes. But for overall, I would definitely I would love to choose both Linkin Park or System of a Down for the most part. So, what the song is basically saying of the F the System song, it's basically talks about the system is just the way something happens. And math as a system of numbers as a pattern to follow out the interpretation of what the listeners listen to. F the system is like breaking away from the pattern of numbers to do things differently from the usual. It's so break away from the way things are done, and let's make our own rules. So this song is good. It's not really my favorite song in the album, but actually, sorry, I keep saying not my favorite. It's actually one of my favorite songs. It's pretty catchy. I'm not gonna lie. It's actually really catchy. The song is really catchy. I keep repeating myself. So yeah, now we all are getting into my favorite songs on the album. Don't get me wrong, I love the previous songs. F the System was including one of my favorite songs on the album. Number 13 for me is initials ADD. If you don't know what that stands for, it actually stands for American Dream Denial. What they mentioned in the song. This song is really catchy. Right now, we don't give a crap for them all. This song is really catchy. It's so catchy, and I love the information background to this song too. Because, like I said before, this is also includes the ADD, like the initials ADD, American Dream Denial, if you want to call it. This was also played in the tour. One of the songs that were played on the tour. And yeah, this song is really catchy. And I like this song. Like I think like the third time I started loving the song a little more because the first listen I was like, man, it's pretty good. But the more I listened to it, the more I loved it. So this song is also a disease known as attention defense disorder. The American Dream denial goes with this because the disorder causes mindedness, difficulty focusing, forgetfulness, problem paying attention. It's directly saying that Americans are completely oblivious that the American dream no longer exists. Also, a good amount of Americans have these symptoms of ADD, also known as American Dream Denial. And yeah, because ADHD it was actually a disorder that has two primary presentations in its spectrum like by nature. Because of this, it's possible to have all of or most of the symptoms of each presentation of ADHD, which is classified as the combined presentation. And that's a pretty good background of what they're talking about in the song. That's great. Yeah. So far, this is one of my favorite songs on the album. Even though it took me a while to remember how it goes, it's actually a really good song for me, in my opinion. So yeah. Number 12. I almost skipped the number. I was about to say number. I was about to say number 13 again. Number 12 for me is Nugans. I believe that's how you pronounce it. With the two. I love how in the if I don't think I show you, but this is the front cover of the CD. So there's no, as you can see, this is exactly how it looks. There's no booklets. There's no booklet because this is exactly what the album was meant to look like. And this is the back cover. So yeah, the Nugans. I love how there's a two dots. Let me put it on focus. Yeah, I love how there's a two dots in the U. That's pretty clever. Really clever, I gotta say. So Nugans, this song is a really good song. I really like the song. I love the harmonies. I guess that's another thing why I love System of a Down. I always say I love their harmonies, but it's true. Sarge Taking and Darren Malakian's vocalists on this song, they kill it in this song. So Nugans is an electrically, it refers to wider political corruption, applying the government sales the American military and funds to the highest bidder. American is referred to as she in the song. And the meaning of the song is it is easily recognizable that this song has some sexual elements, but basically the focus of the song has more to do with the violence, even though it does have some elements, because I remember hearing the song. But this violent being the murder of a prostitute. The lyrics which leads to this conclusion is lovers connect at the price of his dime, which infers that she is receiving payment for sex. In the early part of the song, the lyrics bullet connects to the price of her crime can be interpreted to mean that she was killed for her crime, which is being a prostitute. The killer referred to as the little boy, in the song kills her for this reason. Finally, it speaks of the girl bleeding to death in the bed. Wow, that's dark. That is a dark story. I do have to admit it. The song I love the odd solo. Like what I mean by odd solo, it means like in different types of like music. What I mean like in the almost at the end of the song, I love that breakdown. Well, not the breakdown, the solo. I meant to say. Like the odd is like a music instruments. What I mean by that, System of a Down. I love how they try different stuff. I love how they have like odd instruments solo. I love it. That's a really good. I have to say. I don't know. But yeah, this song, really good song. I gotta say, it's a really good song. Not really too much to say about this song. Check just in case. Just check one last time if I forget. Just in case if I forgot to include another fun fact, just in case. Okay, yeah, there's not really much to say about this song, although I really love the song. For me, it's really catchy. Number 11 for me, it's the final track on this album, and this track is easily, well, kind of, if not the easiest song to catch, because this is a song that was actually, I mean, yeah, I don't think this was a song recorded for the movie. I guess they picked this song. Well, they choose a different, this song was in the soundtrack with the Scorpion King. If you don't know nothing about the movie, it's okay if you don't know the movie, because I listened to the song, I looked at the lyrics, and I didn't know this was on the movie because I never seen this film. I mean, actually, because before I listened to this album, I remember this song was on the Scorpion King, and I thought it was an okay film. If you probably don't know this is a prequel to The Mummy. This is a prequel to The Mummy, if you didn't know that. And it's directed by Chuck Russell, and it stars Dwayne Johnson and other cast, and it's a prequel to the Mummy series. I gotta say, because Chuck Russell is not my favorite. I gotta say, Chuck Russell is not my favorite director, I have to say. I guess it's because, I mean, don't get me wrong, he directed good movies. He also, he was also in, god dang, I always forget what, he also directed, the Mask movie. You probably don't know that. He did really good on the Mask movie. He directed the Mask movie. Chuck Russell, he did a really good job on that movie. But yeah, he also directed the Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, which I don't think I've never seen it. He also directed the remake of the Blob movie, the 1988 version. And yeah, he's only got like one good movie I liked from him. And he also had Eraser movie that I wonder. And yeah, he directed Eraser film. He also directed these films. The only movies I actually know is The Mask, of course. I know the movie The Mask, The Scorpion King, and Nightmare on Elm Street 3. I don't really remember too much about that film. I mean, I remember seeing the first one and the second one. But yeah, I'm not a big Nightmare on Elm Street fan. I'm not the biggest fan of all. But even though this month is October, it's Halloween, I should definitely watch the sequels to see how they hold up. But yeah, this song, Streamline, number 11 is for me, Streamline. Streamline, sorry. This song, it took me a while to remember how the song goes for me. It took me a while to remember how it goes. But I love the chorus. I gotta say, I love the chorus. Now, like, cause of that, I wasn't there for you, Mom. I love Sarge Taken's vocals. And I love Sarge Taken's vocals. And the meaning of this song is based on the separation of two people who shared a strong bond within each other, transitioning from sadness to hope from time to time, according to the sequence of the song. Kind of, you know what's funny? Since I look at the meaning of the song, and when I listen to the song, it kind of reminds me of the early 2000s Time to Time from Cyndi Lauper a little bit. The song kind of a little bit reminds me of it. Because I was thinking, it sounds like some kind of 80s songs a little bit. If this was, because it sounds like the early 2000s 80s songs, I would say. I don't know, it may be just me. But yeah. I actually remember seeing The Scorpion King once, and I thought it was okay. It's not my favorite Mummy film. Maybe it's because I watched it one time and I didn't really pay attention too much. But yeah, I haven't seen the movie. I haven't seen the movie again. But yeah. Streamline. It's a good song, and it took me a while to remember how the song goes. And that was the final track on the album. I was gonna clear it a little higher because I do love the song, but it took me a while to because I was thinking it took me a while to remember how the song goes. But yeah, number 10 for me is, I'm not joking, the song is called I-A-I-A-I-O. Or simply, if you're basically familiar with the song, you will basically know how it goes. I-A-I-A-I-O. Okay, that was horrible singing. But yeah, this song, it talks about the independence of the United States of America in the system of a down style, or in the system style, with sexual tongue twisters, movie references and codes. The song is played in almost all System of a Down live shows today, a fan favorite, which I agree with the fans. It's actually one of my favorite songs on the album. It's really catchy, I gotta say. It's actually one my close favorite on the album. Besides this being number 10, I really love this song. The other songs on top is one of my favorites too. But yeah, this was inspired by Knight Rider, and not like the film. But John Delamine, the drummer of the System of a Down, he actually John Delamine said in quotes, that was inspired by Knight Rider when I was a kid. I ran into David Hasselhoff at a liquor store in LA. He was getting a drink, not an alcoholic beverage, a soda or something. He was walking out and I couldn't believe it. Here was Knight Rider in front of me, and I said, Knight Rider, I must have been 12. He looked at me and he goes, hey kid, and he kind of pointed the finger at me, cowboy style. I told Sarge that story, so the lyrics meaning John Dales Jr. winked an eye and point a finger. Dales Jr. was the liquor store. It's a pretty cool background, I'm not gonna lie. It's actually a pretty good background. And I love that. Because System of a Down, I would definitely classify them as a new metal band, because they have rap elements and metal music. This song for me is really catchy. It kind of reminds me of the Old MacDonald Had a Farm with the E-I-E-I-O. It kind of reminds me of the Old MacDonald Had a Farm. I don't know why. It could be just me, but it kind of reminds me of the. Maybe it's because of the letters too. Maybe it's because that's why it reminds me of the. I keep forgetting what I'm trying to say. But yeah, this song, I'm not gonna lie, it's actually one of my first songs on the album. It's really catchy. I love the chorus too to the song. I like the chorus. I love the chorus of the song. And there's not really much to say about the song. It's a really good song. I have to say it's a really good song for me. Yeah, number 9 for me is Mr. Jack. This song, I love the intro. I love the intro starts out with the creepy. I love the intro with the creepy. Oh yeah, fun fact, IEA-IAO. This was a song. This is one of the songs that they play. I already said that. Okay, sorry. But yeah. Okay, sorry. Back to Mr. Jack. Number 9 for me is Mr. Jack, and I love the intro too. It's almost like a dark side. And I love the intro at it too. And I love I love that song starts out with that. And oh yeah, fun fact, Mr. Jack, the song was also chosen in their live performances too. And I love this song. And I love the intro. I love the intro with the instruments. Oh, it's so beautiful. And I love the couple of the beginning lines saying, "Hey, Mr. Jack, it's time to watch when your eyes. Hey, Mr. Jack, is that the cause of your surprise?" Man, this song is really catchy. The song is catchy. I love the outro. I love the outro. Put your hands up and get it off the car. Put your hands up, get it off the car. It's basically, what's the outro? It's basically saying it's basically criticizing the authority of the police, of the lines. And 7 a.m. morning came to take us away. Little men, big guns pointed at our heads. It's basically one of the lines of that song. And man, the song is actually a really good song. I love the song. I love the chant. I love the tempo changes. Like, it goes a little slow. Hey, Mr. Jack. And I love the outro. It goes faster. It goes a little faster. Just put your hands up. Get her off the car. Put your hands up. Like, I love the tempo changes too. I loved it. And I prefer that song over IEO. Don't get me wrong. The reason why I chose IEA-IAO, mostly because of the tempo changes and the intro instruments at the background at the beginning was really good. Mr. Jack basically talks about living within a corrupt police state where those in authority can't arrest and condemn whoever they please. The song has calm verses, a melodic chorus, and a heavy outro, and the band's... I would not say I would not cuss it because fans would say this is a masterpiece of the song. I can't say this is a masterpiece. I would classify this as one of my favorite songs on the album. I would say that, but I would not call it a masterpiece because there's other songs I really love from System of a Down. And yeah, there's not really much to say about this song. Not really too much to say, even though this song was performed a couple times on the live performances. Number 8 for me is Bubbles. Now this is a song that basically features a long-time art musician Arto Tugboy Ashton. So yeah, so it features him with the percussion and the instruments in the background, and that's a really good. I love how they got him back in the band since he was also in. If you guys don't know who Arto is, he was one of the earlier band's members that they he was have to be involved with their first debut album, System of a Down album, which I honestly don't have that CD, and I do like the song Spiders, and I also do love the song Sugar. So it's gonna take me a while to remember how the songs go. I mean, it's gonna take me a while to get the CD, so it's gonna be my last CD I'm gonna buy of the whole entire catalog of System of a Down. So Bubbles, this song features Arto, which I'm so glad they got him in this song. This was also featured in the Wake Up the Souls tour. And yeah, this is because even though this may be the most underrated album of System of a Down's catalog, the whole entire catalog, it could be. But they did perform some of the songs on the tours, and I love how it's got the Arto Tugboy Ashton. It's got him playing as a multi-instrumentalist. He also sings the song, if you probably don't notice. He and also Sarge Taken sings the song. And, he actually sings the bridge, which is, may I remind you, may I remind you, may I remind you, may I remind you. It's a really good, excuse me. It's a really catchy song. I gotta say, it's a really catchy song for me. Bubbles is actually used a prolonged metaphor of life as a bubble jungle, which could mean a plethora of things, but the pairing of fish would suggest that it's describing the ocean. The idea of a jungle also shows that it may be hard to escape. The bubble jungle describes the cities and towns we live in where the represented the fish we continue on in this environment, unaware of the dangers, but not determined to take the initiative and break the mold instead of carrying on like mindless fish. Bubbles is about the government and how they lie to their citizens. The politicians and rich are out of their system. They don't listen to the common people or care about their problems, what they want or need. It's a really relevant song, I have to say. It's a really relevant song to this day. And I love this song. It's so catchy. Say you believe it. Like, it's such a catchy song. And believe me, and this is a third track on the album too. Like, and don't get me wrong, this song took me a while to remember how it goes. A little, not a lot. But this song is really good, in my opinion. It's really good. Not really too much to say about this song. Number 7, and this was a hit single back in the day when this album came out. You may remember this song, but this song is called Inner Vision. This song is so good. I actually like this song this third time I listened to it, or the second time I listened to this song. I loved it right away. Well, almost right away, but I love the song. I really love the song. This was a hit single. This was the only hit single from this album. And this made it to the mainstream rock tracks, number 14, and the modern rock tracks, number 12. That's not too bad. Let's be honest. But this song was also featured in the tour. So, yeah, this song is a hit single. You probably are very familiar with the song. You probably are. But, yeah. Inner Vision is a melodic but aggressive track in which Sarge appears to look inward while searching for the answers to life and the universe. The bridge is indicative of a man restless for change, motivated to better himself and convinced of his path, whatever that be through religion or gaining an ironclad sense of self. The meaning of the song is life is like a bicycle, it only stands in balance when it is in motion. Even though there's only one true path in life, you can change the means by which you travel. And I love this song. Like, the song is so catchy. I love the melodies too. Inner Vision. Such a catchy song, man. This song has such good melodies too. But yeah, there's not really too much about like the information about the song, but this was a hit single. This may be the only hit single from this album. And yeah, I don't know what else should I say. Oh yeah, by the way, fun fact, this actually reached the number 7 on the US Billboard Bubbling Under Hot 100. And that's a really good sign. This song must have been a big hit single. And this song was leaked prior to the album's release, although it was not included in the Toxicity 2 bootleg, or Toxicity the second bootleg. Rather than being leaked in a separate way, the origin of the leak is unknown. The leaked version features a slightly different arrangement and lyrics, most primarily in the bridge and second verse, where layer vocals are used on the album. I need to check out Toxicity the second. I gotta check out that album out to see the differences. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a big fan of looking at the differences of the songs, like the lyrics in the song. But I would love to listen to the songs and see how it sounds. But it could sound different. But I love unreleased materials. Even though the artists or the band themselves don't like it, I'm not. It doesn't make you a bigger fan. If you wanted to listen to like unreleased material, that doesn't make you a bigger fan of Michael Jackson. That makes you a bigger fan of researching stuff. And yeah, pretty much this is the hit single of the album. And I do love the song. It's a really catchy song. And I had it stuck in my head when I first listened to this song. Number 6 for me is possibly one of the weirdest, but not the weirdest, but one of the weird moments, but still one of my favorite tracks on this album. And it's Chicken Stew. Well, it's actually translated to Chicken and Stew, but it has like a short words. I'll show you in the back cover. It says the words chick and stew. So it's basically saying like, whoa, I almost fell. Almost fell down. Chicken and stew. This song is really catchy, but it has a weird don't get me wrong, it does sound kind of silly. It sounds like a silly song to listen to, but it's really catchy. I love this song. And a really good, really rocking, great start to this album. And it's basically like a modernized pizza song. I don't know how you really want to call it. But there's not really too much to say about the song too much. I love the chorus. Need therapy, advertising causes D, therapy, advertising causes D. Like, it's so catchy. I don't know why I find that song so catchy. I actually remember this song when I was younger. I actually remember listening to this song because this is the album I actually remember. I actually remember listening to this album and Toxicity album when I was younger. I remember those albums. I remember this song when I was younger. I remember this song just like pepperoni and green peppers, mushrooms on the chives. I remember that part. I remember when Darren Molokini sang that part. I remember when he sang that. I was like, oh, I remember this song. Like, when I was younger, because at our times, at our generation that we grew up with metal music. Well, for the most part, new metal music, because after the 90s were grunge in the early 90s, and the late 90s and the early 2000s where it had new metal. But I do love certain new metal bands. There's certain new metal bands that I don't like. And yeah, this song, the marketing mentor of Create a Need is blamed for Sarge's obsession with the contents of his fridge. Rather than drag us along for the ride, he lays the situation out and invites us to steal their album. That's a great pun right there, because the album's called Steal This Album, you know, to shield us from a contribution to this phenomenon. And yep, and it's also paying homage to Chick Hearn and Stu Lance. Sports announces the former who coined the term balls games in the refrigerator. And I'd say this is actually one of my favorite, like possibly, because we are now in the top 5 favorite songs for me, and I have no problems with the songs. And in fact, I actually love those songs right away. I love those songs right away, actually. And there's not really much other than how silly it sounds. And this was one of the songs that they play on tour. So they play a bunch of songs. They play almost all the songs on the Steelers album. You know, I don't know. But number 5, we are on the top 5, and this one is called Okay, so the song's called Data Waves. And this is a really good song for me. I love the chorus. Time feels like a midnight ride. Finality waits outside. Weaving in perplexly's arms. Caressing our smiles inside. Such a great vocals and harmonies from Sarge Taking and Darren Mulligan. And or it's actually, sorry, I actually mispronounced the third line in the chorus. Weeping in perplexity's arms, criticizing our smiles inside. Such a great chorus. I love the song. This song actually has 2 demo versions of the Theta Waves, both in Toxicity the Second, by the names for Waiting for You version 1 and Waiting for You version 2. So there's like 2 versions, and the original title is actually Waiting for You. And I love that breakdown almost at the end of the song. I love that guitar solo too. I loved it. This song is about how the development of Earth by scientists and discoveries will lead to the fall of our world after that it has rise because of the pollution, violence, extinction, ozone hole, global warming, etc. The Theta Waves and all of the other stuff they mentioned in the song are the symbol of development and urbanization, and they compare time to a midnight ride. So it starts in a brilliant way, and you're excited, and then it ends up with being caught up by the police or crashing into another vehicle. So all of this flourishing society with pay of the crime it has committed. So it's just all down on the fact that finality awaits after all that, because humans are not able to put limits to their thinking and to their mental and senses capacities. This song, I gotta say, is one of my favorite songs of the album. I have no problems. I actually love the song right away, actually. I was singing along to the song. When I first listened to this, I was singing along, but then I forgot, but I don't remember how the song goes. So I try to, because keep in mind, back in the days, I don't even think you can do this anymore. I wish you can, which is kind of garbage. I mean, I think you can. Let me know in the comments down below if you can still do this. I don't think you can, because I know back in the days, you can actually go onto the website, what it says, and put the CD to your computer's CD room and click get connected. That's pretty much it. So for lyrics and credits. Credits to the props who wrote the song. But number 4 is Ego Brain. Now this song is so, I had to say, this is one of the songs on this album that is so different than the rest of System of a Down's catalog, because this song is they used one of the instruments that they didn't use before, and it was the theremin. You may think to yourself, what is the theremin instrument? What is that? What is theremin? Theremin is actually made by the theremin that was played in this track was actually Greg Collin. I'm not a big fan of the theremin instrument, but I remember looking at the theremin. It's a really interesting instrument to play on too. The instrument is basically where you use your hands without, you don't have to do anything. You can just move your hands it makes noises. Like, it's basically part of the musical instrument. I can't call it a noise, but it's basically an instrument. And it's really fun and interesting to learn about it, too. And the song is so different. And I actually remember when I listened to the song, it got me goosebumps at how good the song is. And, yeah. This song, the line, man-made shame. The line is the crux of the whole song. It states that humanity as a collective clings to the ego, believing it to be as real as the source. To our own deterriment, individuals carry around this pain body of shame, believing they have to move on and deal with it. But this is ironically the cause of their man-made shame. And the meaning of the song basically tells a bitter story of a man who dies in shame due to the egotistical state of his mind. That's pretty dark. At the very beginning of the song, Sarge says that life is merely a dream and that our material presents is significant. What is significant is one's mind. When one's mind is tainted by egoism, ego brain, then one's death shall be a shame. The character has fought for land, and as he dies, a woman attempts to purify his egoism by professing that love prevails over all. Will he accept this and be pure, or remain egoistical and die in shame? So it's a pretty dark. I gotta say, this is one of the songs they used an acoustic guitar, and I love the use of the acoustic guitar. And I gotta say, this song, I actually love the song right away, actually, too. This is a song that I actually love right away. As soon as, right off the bat, I love the song. And this song uses the theremin, the instrument that I mentioned earlier. There's not really too much to say about this song. I gotta say, it's one of my favorite songs on this album. So now we are on the top 3 of my favorite songs on the album. These songs are, whenever these songs pop up, like I said with the top 5 songs, I will always have fun with these songs. Don't get me wrong, the other songs I really love them too, but top 5 is the songs that I love right away. So top 3 songs. Number 3 for me is Boom Song. Or, well, it's not Boom Song, it's called Boom. And this is a song that's not really too much of a hit single, but they did make a music video of that song. I actually saw the music video for that song. It's really, really relevant today. It's so relevant. And I don't feel irrelevant. I feel like this is the song, or this is the music video everybody should watch. But Boom is an anti-war and directly related to the declaration of war with Iraq. The video clip was directed by Michael Moore and shows footage of the largest protest in the world, which took place on the 15th of February 2003 in more than 600 cities around the world. I actually remember when that event happened. I was there at the time. I mean, my state was involved into it too. So, yeah, it was a crazy time in the early 2000s, huh? But yeah, this song is so catchy. This is a song I really love. I love the beginning. I love the beginning where it's just Sarge taking his, and Darren Malakian just talks. I love the way they just talk in the background. It's like they're telling a story too. I mean, not talking about the story. They're just talking about what they're doing, and I loved it. I love the chorus. Every time you drop the bomb, you kill the guy your child has born. I love that part of the song. Boom, 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 boom. That part is really, it gives you energy. When you listen to the song, it gives you energy, and I love the song. Although it took me like 2 listens to know how it goes. And to tell you the truth, like after the choruses, like the lines, modern globalizations come with condemnations, which I agree. And the lines when Sarge Taken was talking reminds me of Bob Dylan. It really reminds me of Bob Dylan. And man, this song is so relevant, it's so good. I love the bridge too. I love the bridge. Why must we kill her? Oh God. This song is like easily one of my favorite songs on the album. Oh my gosh. this song is not only is one of my favorites, like the catchiest of all for me, in my opinion, but it has such a great message too. This song is easily one of the songs that's so relevant today. And I actually saw the music video, and I saw the music video, and it's crazy of how times were back in 2003. And Sarge Taking, he actually said he wanted to release the song. You probably don't know this, but Sarge Taking said that he wanted to release the song a day before that event happened, but the song was released at the same day of the same event, and he making it what Sarge Taking said that he thinks that it's really pointless to release the song during the event, which I thought if it was released before, it could, it doesn't really matter. As long as they make a song about what they're going through, that's fine. But yeah, this song, I actually remember seeing the music video, and I love how the ending tributes to John Lennon and Yoko Ono, where at the end it shows up the line saying, "The war is over if you want it," by John Lennon and Yoko Ono. Like, oh my gosh, I saw the music video, I was like, oh, John Lennon, because I'm a big Beatles fan too. I'm the big Beatles fan. I love their music, really love their music. And man, this song is so good. I loved it. And I forgot what I was gonna say. This song is basically more of a protest song. So the song describes the uselessness of bombs and warfare. It compares how thousands can die from starvation and poverty when billions are spent creating bombs and weaponry. It also links the use of military action with corroborate globalizations. It quotes the title of one Noam Chomsky's books, Manufacturing Consent. It's the name of their game, which is a refer to the media's role in war. The bridge of the song is based on the movement Mars, the Bringer of War, from Gustavo Hollis' orchestral suits The Planets. Sorry, almost messed it up a second there. Yeah, so basically, if you have not seen the music video of this song, if you have not seen the music video of the Boom song, I recommend you to check it out. Although it is really relevant, and you may be either liking or not liking the music video because it's really relevant because of today's, because of what's happening today. And it also, I love that, and the bridge, because I remember seeing the music video. The video features also, I love how in the music video it features a short satire, a cartoon satire of George W. Bush, Saddam Hussein, Tony Blair, and Osama bin Laden riding rockets over a city. The rockets turn on the leaders and explode safely in the sky. I saw that and I start laughing because it is true too. And I really agree. Causing peace, sign shaped smoke clouds. The video, sadly, this video was banned from MTV Europe after a while. VH1 named the song as the 18th greatest protest song ever, which I agree with him. It's a really good protest song. Even from the early 2000s, I love the song. And the video for the song was meant as a protest against the war in Iraq. So yeah, a lot of information about the song, huh? There's a lot of songs about it. There's a lot of information about the song, huh? I mean, this is another hit single from this album too, by the way, if you didn't know that. But man, this song rules. I love this song. But number 2 for me, Pictures. This song, I love the song right away. Pictures is one of my favorite songs. I got pictures on my mind. 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 This song is so catchy. Oh my gosh. This song, I was just getting all into it to that song. It's so catchy. This song is about how images used in the media can twist people's minds around. Flaunt your will at every wheel. circumvent your thick ego are both excellent and simple for this too. But man, this song is so catchy. I love the chorus too. I think the chorus is one of my favorite parts of this song. The chorus, although I do love the other lyrics too, but this chorus kills it. I loved it. It's actually one of my favorite songs on this album. This is definitely one of the songs that were performed in the concerts. And also not really too much to say about the song. I did love the song right away. Actually, right off the bat, when first listens, I was like, man, this song is good. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but when I first listened to this album all the way through, the first listen, I listened to the song Pictures, I was all into it. Like, I was just like, man, the song's good. It's so good. I didn't even realize how good the song is. And for what I consider the number one, my favorite track, that I consider the best song on this album, and it is Roulette. This song is actually my second favorite all-time System of a Down songs. Number one for me is Aerials. Number two for me so far, my favorite song out of all their catalog is Roulette. So this song, oh my gosh, this song is like the softest rock you will ever hear in the whole entire catalog. I love the chorus. Like, I remember listening to the song all the way through. I listened to the song, the first listen, I was like, oh my god, I remember this song. I remember listening to the song back in the day too. Because my parents had this CD back in the day when they were growing up, when this first came out. And man, this song, I remember this song. I know how I feel when I'm around you. I don't know how I feel when I'm around you. Man, the chorus is... oh my god. The chorus... Let me get a drink of water 1 second. The chorus to the song is so good, the chorus. Because this song is probably the softest. I mean, I can't say softest, but this is like the closest we've ever got to a not metal music related. This is like one of those, I can't say a pop song, but it's like, I would say like, it's not like a metal song, but I would basically call it a ballet song. It's like a ballet song, I would call it. But this song is so different than the other songs on this album. It has no metal, and I can really kind of tell no hard rock in it. But that's okay, as long as they make some good music that I have no problems with. The lyrics are considerably more literal, less dedicated than the rest of their catalog. And man, this song rules. I love that. I love that acoustic guitar solo too. I love that. Man, the chorus kicks so much butt. And so far, this song is, for me, in my opinion, my number 2 all-time favorite System of a Down song. Behind Aerials, my number 1 favorite song. And it's actually from the Toxicity album. And yeah. This song, I have not really too much to say about this song either. Well, this song was... I mean, this song was... I keep forgetting. The song was also, again... They also performed the song in the tour too. And this song was actually, in the production, they mixed this song by Rick Rubin and Thom Russo and David Schiffman. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. But overall, I also did I also did a System of a Down's Toxicity album review. And if you check it out, link is in the description down below too. And I did a happy birthday celebration to Sarge taking and Shava Odejian's birthday, because Sarge taking his birthday was earlier than Shava Odejian, but they were both, their birthdays were close too. So I might as well do it to both of them because they are close. But yeah, overall, I will give this album a 9.3 or 9.4 out of 10. Because I think in the last review, because this album, I think in the last review, I think I gave this 9.5 out of 10. So I'll give this 9.3 or 9.2. Mostly it's because there's some of the songs that I I forgot how it goes, especially one of the songs or one of the tracks I forgot a lot about. But overall, this is such a good album. I recommend this to anyone out there who never heard of this album before, or remember one of the songs how it goes. Listen to this album all the way through. I know you may not like it at the first listens, but give it more listens. Listen, let's say 6 or 5 times all the way through, or 3, because the third times I listened to it all the way through, or even the first time for some of you guys, because the first time I listened to it, there's some songs I loved it right away. The third times and through 5th times, I was like, oh, now I really love this album a lot. But oh my gosh, this album, I forgot how good this album was. I forgot how awesome this album is. So I will give this album a 9.2 out of 10 because there's some of the songs that I forgot how it goes. I will give all of the songs 10 out of 10, except for Highway Song and Highway Song. I will give it a 9.5 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 mostly because of the song I forgot for the most part. And American Dream Denial, I will give it 9.1. It's the song that I kind of forgot how it goes. But yeah, overall, I really love this song to death. Like, I mean, not to death. But this song, or this album, I really love this album to death. And yes, this album cover is actually, I'll show you what, and this is the side, what it looks like on the side. I don't think you really can tell. But yeah, this is the side view of what it looks like in the side view of the DVD. Or not the DVD, the CD. I keep calling it I don't know, for some reason I keep calling it a DVD. As you can see, there's no booklet or no booklets. That's exactly how it goes back in the day when it was released. It's supposed to be, that's what it's meant to look like. Because this is, most of the songs that were recorded during the Toxicity sessions. And when you open this up, there's not really too much to look at because it's just like a blank black. It's just like a blank, like a blank black, like a black cover pretty much. But except I love that it's got the System of a Down text in the left. It's similar to System of a Down's, their debut album System of a Down, and it's kind of weird because it's got like a weird thing. I don't really know why is it there. But yeah, I don't have too much problems on it. It's okay. So yeah, this is exactly how the album looks like. So I know you can be like, what the heck? That's weird. But yeah, I love that. I love in the left side it has like their names on it. I love how they actually wrote that down. It actually looks pretty talented right there. Because in their debut album, System of a Down album, is where they have a text that has, well, for the text is in black, but then the whole back text has it in white. It's like the reverse colors of System of a Down's debut album CD. So I'm for later on, I'm definitely gonna have to look for. I'm definitely gonna have in the future. I'm gonna look for a vinyl for the. I keep forgetting what I'm trying to say. God darn it. I'm gonna look for the vinyl because I didn't really realize it was a vinyl, but like they always say, you learn something new every day, huh? So yeah, this is and do you agree with my album ranking? What would you rank it? If you don't, what would you rank your least favorite to favorite or worst to best? Like I always say, there's no bad songs on this album. For me, there's no bad songs. I feel like this album is as good as this album, Toxicity album. So, what would you rank least to favorite in the comments down below? And also, because this album I would consider it as one of the most underrated albums, if not the most underrated albums for System of a Down when it released during their whole entire catalog before the breakup. I mean, I don't think they really broke up. I think they broke up. But overall, I really love this album. It's one of my favorite albums from System of a Down. I really loved it. So now I just gotta listen to their debut album, System of a Down, and I'm done reviewing my system. Well, I'm not done reviewing my System of a Down videos because I was actually, before I was making the video, I was actually making a list of I'll stick because I'm actually gonna rank my least favorite to favorite tracks on the Toxicity album, and it's going to be a fun video. So stay tuned. I will be doing the ranking the tracks of least favorite to favorite of the Toxicity album from System of a Down, and if you guys enjoy the video, like, comment, subscribe, tap the bell for notifications to be notified directly to that video, and share this video with your friends and family. And I keep forgetting what I'm trying to say, but yeah, John Lennon Imagine album review and System of a Down's Toxicity album review videos for the birthday celebration. Links are in the description, and my social media are in the description down there to follow me there. As always, I will see you in the next video. Change the world. Peace and love.